Have you ever been tending to your Zen garden, listening to soothing music, achieving a calm spirit, putting your yin-yang in perfect balance? Well, what if you bumped the radio over the Infinite Annihilator and suddenly your walnuts became a wall of pikes? I am here to answer that question in today's video on Legacy of Sin, The Father's Sacrifice, a lane tower defense game by Absolute Power Game Studio. You control Uldric, captain of the city guard, who is the only one left to command the force of the city against hordes of orcs and goblins. With the lion at your back, you'll hold the line and stop the goblinating from occurring. There is a story, two in fact. One is a series of diary entries, the other is a series of text with voiceovers. With their powers combined, you'll realize you got the same amount of story one would out of a high-quality Flash game. Enough of the story for now, let's dive into the game. While alone, you'll be stuck in a bukkake wog, so you'll need to utilize the slowly unlocked troops available. At first you'll have nothing but yourself and an unlimited supply of barrels, so long as you can meet the true king's ever-increasing demands. As the citizens realize 6 feet is comfortable distance from an orc, the pikes will come out to play. The sticks even work when going over a friendly unit, and just like Caesar said, sticks alone weak, sticks together strong. This holds true as lined up units of the same type will sometimes give each other benefits such as armor or power. I say sometimes the same way biolabs sometimes fail basic safety protocols. Besides, you can throw that playbook out the window the moment the best unit steps on scene. Armed with the arquebus, this absolute Chad dematerializes armor the instant his boomstick fires. The resulting lead ball smashes in the flesh, killing all but the orcest orc to die in one shot. One backline of them can solve the entire game, alongside a well-maintained and proper wall. But accidents happen, much like your local biolab, and when your defenses are overwhelmed, it becomes prudent to break the game. See, normally this game doesn't allow guns to fire through friendly units, and friendly units cannot occupy the same space as another friendly unit. Basics of mass here, kiddo. But what if I told you there was nothing basic about the mass here? Merely send 2 units to the same spot before either arrives, and you've mixed and matched straight from hell. Double gunners, triple gunners, classic tercio, full tercio, pointless. Learn to handle fear, for as God, you will fear your creations. That being said, the developer did try to limit this attack against nature with increasing prices per unit. When he sees a hot item, he turns the price up. This is why it's better to let orcs destroy a segment of wall and then rebuild, instead of repairing it. It keeps the prices in a comfortable flux. Finally, you'll acquire access to knights. There is only one scenario where knights are needed, and it's when everything is going to shit. If not, then avoid and open up that wallet to afford tercios. Much like the Battle of Rokoi, they'll never break so long as the 3 keys are held: pike, gun, and sword. Well, actually, no one knows what happened at the Battle of Rokoi. 2 of the 3 theories have the tercios breaking or dying. Yes, well, none of the theories about your dad include him coming back with the milk, Timmy. Anyways, enough about the good guys. What will you be facing? Normal enemies, fast, weak enemies, slow, tough enemies, enemies that whip others into a frenzy, and enemies packing gun axes. The last one is the only dangerous one, as these orcs have perfected their machinery, and though crude, still packs brutality, being able to drop an entire stack instead of your piddly gun, which can only manage to take down 1 at a time. If you haven't noticed, this game is done in a 2D setting with hand-drawn animations. Unlike a Disney remaster, the character models look really good. Whoever did them took the time to implement melee animations for pikemen, instead of just having them strike with the pike. A good attention to detail that I am happy to see. What's not so happy to see is the lack of content. No, a game doesn't need to span 3 generations of royalty, but a simple endless mode would have worked just fine. As it stands, the 15 missions will take you 2 to 3 hours to complete, and this is if you don't use the tercio strat, aka God's true plan. Your experience may be lengthened due to any number of bugs, from units not going where you tell them to, or items being locked off despite having the funds, and the worst I discovered being that I'd buy a unit, lose the cash, but have no unit enter the battlefield. Much like the nutritions I'm told I'll receive with my Happy Meal, they were never there to begin with. I'm happy I got this half off because I feel that I've only gotten half a game, both in gameplay and in story. There's a sequel in a few weeks and it looks to add just about everything, even if half the backgrounds shown are repeats. I don't know if I'll touch it, but I'll tell you what. We reach 10 likes and I get 3 Musketeer bar, then I'm in.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.